Think about what's happening today, where you have centralization of all sorts of media outlets, both traditional and new media. When you're looking at how this playbook works, it's a pretty simple framework. First step is to confiscate and control. You need to seize all the grain, criminalize private food production, nationalize supply. Next, you need to seal and silence everything. The broader international public can't be made aware of what's going on. You close borders, you ban movement, you censor any sort of famine talk. Think about what's happening today, where you have centralization of all sorts of media outlets, both traditional and new media. What does that indicate when all of that media is under the control of billionaires? If something was to go wrong or a disaster was imminent, would all us little people on the ground floor ever hear about it? Probably not. And that's the risk that we're seeing when we see these things put into place. The third step in that framework is to have a hierarchy system where rations are prioritized. You feed loyalists first, so troops, party members, the base of your support, they get fed first. Everyone else that is outside of that circle starves. The fourth element of how you achieve this is through propaganda and falsification. You inflate what's actually happening. You cook up your own books and your own numbers. You label people who are victims and are starving to death as saboteurs or hoarders or the enemy, and you dehumanize them. And as a process of doing that, you're always looking for scapegoats. You determine and identify who your out groups are, and you focus all of the starvation first on those groups, and you label them as class enemies and have them absorb the blame while the people actually making the policies escape accountability. And you wrap all of that in a layer of legal fog where there are no formal orders. It's not state engineered. It's just bureaucracy acting in a way for the national interest. Never mind that that national interest is serving the interests of the elite in charge and starving everybody else.